Live, the Main Cop podcast will start in about how long, gentlemen?
It started.
No, it's 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. A dog's core temperature is 101.5 WBNQ. Thank you. That's how you can remember what a dog's temperature should be. Because, I'm always, checking the dog's temperature.
Is this thing on?
Have you got a thermometer?
Is this thing on?
Can you trust wristwatches anymore?
Well,
Grandpa?
usually you can, but evidently I must not have had it in the white because it isn't.
Is that one of those ones that gets charged by motion?
By light, not motion. Otherwise, it'd be charged.
I see what you did.
We don't really talk anymore, but I see him every day.
But it didn't.
That was just for MJ.
And your love is gifting
Lifting me, lifting me.
higher than I ever been lifted before.
Okay, if I was to say, don't go breaking my heart.
I won't go breaking your heart. I
No.
couldn't if I tried.
Bam, that's it. Yeah. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. That's
When
it.
I was down,
I swallowed my pride.
I was a clown.
I was a clown.
Ooh,
Come on,
I can't believe you know that song better than me.
nobody
I'm
knows.
impressed.
Right from the start, I gave you my heart. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, nobody knows it.
Nobody knows.
You know the bad thing about Sonny is he couldn't turn on skis. He could only go straight.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
That was-
All right, now, same thing I had last week. I couldn't go YouTube Live on this phone. Why? That's why this one was on, or I couldn't go Facebook Live. All right, hold on. I might have to use this one.
We may need a camera.
That means MJ's not going to be able to read comments, so we need to pay attention to those.
That's
since
you.
can't. Yeah.
That's on
Facebook Live.
you. FB Lizzle and the Hizzle for Shizzle.
No, I'll use this one to go Facebook Live, and I'll go live. Fuck it, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say.
I could always bring back the iPad, man.
Fuck it, you know what I mean? The good one.
Nah, that's right, Steve. I appreciate
What
it.
did he say?
Fu-
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
Come next
It's now.
Friday night.
It took a while, but we got it.
Go home and brush your tooth.
Remember?
257?
Taxi!
257.
I didn't even check. I just think 257 just feels right. So it's going to be 257 no matter what.
It's history now.
It's got to be divisible by 3. Probably not. It'll still be a good podcast. You see how many views we got last week? With me not promoting?
What's
That's
that?
spamming. Well, we got 33 views, so that's
That's
probably
just me and
about.
you.
What?
That's just me and you.
That was
A lot of
just on
people
the
say-
Oh,
Facebook
it is 6
platform.
o'clock.
A lot of people were saying that was the best one ever.
Yeah,
A lot of people were saying that. I can't control what
really.
people
Maybe
say.
we could do that every week.
that's right, because I was showing a house, wasn't
And then fucking
Yeah.
talk
How'd
shit
that
about-
go?
I didn't.
Well, then you learn, didn't you? You learn. No, I'm kidding. I love you. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just get so excited. It's almost 6 o'clock.
It is 6
I'm
o'clock,
getting
and we're
ready to
live,
get
and I don't
Matisse
have. Here we go. You
It's
ready? You ready?
Boom, got
Here we go.
Drop it.
Matisse Love, take it away.
It's 6 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, she's gonna start it with that. It's 6 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think this is perfect.
Or maybe with, yeah, that's perfect. But with their voice, just say Tuesday, 6 p.m. You can add that in.
Kind of like how Billy Joel does. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
I was thinking
Shots,
more like,
lunatic.
I was thinking more like the Queen's right. 7 p.m.
Oh yeah.
I feel the rain coming.
Sprinkler.
This song still gets better every time I hear it. Where is Matisse Love? We should do a whole podcast on where the fuck is Matisse Love.
We'll find it.
Chris McKinnon is watching.
Fuck you, Chris.
Fuck you, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Fuck you, Bert.
I'm still pissed at Chris.
Up to 19,000 people on YouTube. Oh!
Chris McKibben says I'm watching with you.
I think he's watching at us.
Probably. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from MJ's Love Review's apartment and worldwide on YouTube and Facebook Live, this is the Moon Club Podcast with AJ, MJ, and SJ. The Moon Club will talk about anything under the moon. No subject will ever be taboo. This episode of the Moon Club Podcast is brought to you by Realtor MJ Adelman, Bloomington Normal's premier realtor for the Jewett Home Selling Center, RE/MAX Rising, and I want to be your realtor, and I will out-hustle everybody all day, every day, and then double up on Sunday to prove it.
Every day.
that shit.
I've seen it too.
What's the state of the moon, brother?
Well, it is currently Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. It is 6:03 p.m. The moon came up at 4:20 p.m.
Oh, I get it.
Bam, and it's going down at
I see what you're doing, Moon.
It's,
420.
yeah, it's in the mood tonight. It is 72% illuminated. It goes down tomorrow at 1:33 a.m. It is 364,293 miles or kilometers away from us. 10 days old, and it's fine up Sagittarius.
So the moon came up at 420, but it's only 78% illuminated. I call it bullshit.
That's
How
right.
illuminated is Steve?
I'm gonna tell you what, I got that cookie face by Rhythm, so I am fully illuminated. Check it out, y'all. Check that out. Get it.
It's the Moon Face by Cookie Face.
No, it's
Rhythm.
Cookie Face by Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Rhythm. You gotta have the rhythm.
To the beat of the rhythm of the night.
Oh, 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 oh,
Dance until the morning light.
You know, if that wasn't Gloria Estefan, it would not have almost got more lighter in here.
Yeah, exactly.
oh. Was that
Miami Sound System?
Man, remember they were so hot. They were. It's like
Yeah.
what year was it? Like 88.
Well, and now the Miami Sound Machine is a bunch of police beating on the guy in the hotel lobby, right?
Right. No shit. No shit. Well, you know, I still haven't. I thought that was going to be a huge story. I have yet to see it on the
You
front
say
page of the-
cover up? Can you smell that cover
Did
up?
people really like that story or that podcast last week?
Yeah, yeah.
Michelle Parker is watching, and that's Steve's friend. And
That's a lunatic.
we need to talk about selling a house, Michelle. Hit me up. All right, so Moon Club Podcast number 257 is live in studio right now is MJ, AJ, and SJ. I'm watching a bead of sweat drip off of
I
Austin's brow.
guarantee
If you
there's
got
not
that
one.
fan, is it blowing right on you?
Yeah.
Do you need anything else? Do you need like a bag of ice or anything?
I could take a blowjob and a cup of coffee.
We're working on it. We're working
I
on
can
it.
get a cup of
Any
coffee for you.
lunatics?
But
Take one for the team, lunatics.
yeah.
Iced coffee.
Oh, and by the way, 1, 2, 3.
Good evening, you lovely lunatics. Twist of lemon, sweet and low.
Sprinkles.
There you go. That'd be alright.
So that was said to Agent Green in the movie, not Reservoir Dogs,
No, it was of course this Boondock Saints.
the Boondock Saints,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't getting them no fucking bagel.
Um,
And anybody that knows that movie knows I did that spot
Yeah.
on.
Great
Spot on.
movie. Now, was there something about that movie? Was it supposed to come out like the weekend of 9/11 or something like that? And that's why
I
it
don't know.
never really had a really
Release
big
date.
theatrical release, but it's still like a cult classic at this point.
Yeah, you know what? It's a great movie, but it created a monster. I actually watched a documentary about the production of that movie, and the guy, it's like, fucking Weinstein offered him $1 million for it just from reading it once, and all of a sudden this guy's
The
king of
script?
the world. He's buying this bar that he wrote it in. He was the bouncer in, and fucking acting like an asshole to everyone. Oh, and plus he's got a band.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, and he's
So
trying to promote his
who wrote?
band.
Are you talking about the person who wrote the script?
Yeah, Patrick Duffy, I think.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Duffy.
No, it's Troy Duffy.
I
Troy
was
Duffy.
gonna say Patrick Duffy
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Dallas wrote that shit.
Yeah, I know it's Troy Duffy.
Remember
Fucking,
on South
didn't
Park?
he play the man from Atlanta?
Yeah, he definitely did. And on South Park, remember when he had Patrick Duffy for
Yeah,
a leg?
yeah. That's how I knew it was wrong, because I pictured that when I said that.
Yeah. But No, it was a great movie. It probably could have been better, but I didn't know that little tidbit about the script and that guy turned into.
Yeah, dude, it's a great documentary. I think you could probably find it. It's very interesting. It's about how sometimes success can be an absolute poisonous thing to a human, to a man.
For sure.
You know.
Especially if you get
Look what it did
success
to me.
early in life, right?
Right.
Like that's there's not too many child actors or actresses.
Danny Bonaducci,
Or I don't know if
Gary
you
Coleman, rest in peace.
do we just say actors now, and that's the female and
Dude,
the and the
I
male
think you
gender,
gotta do
or
like
the non-binary.
Hey, can I digress for 1 second? We forgot to talk about
Yeah,
the most
you do.
important thing is we need to send out some love to Craig Murray. Right before the podcast, we found out that all of our best friend Craig Murray was taken to the hospital. So we want to send some shouts out to him and make sure the people that know him are thinking about him right now because I guess they got him on oxygen. He's okay, but he does have COVID and.
Thoughts and prayers to the
Yeah.
great and
And
powerful.
COVID
Craig T.
is real, people.
Murray. Yeah.
I
get
mean, it
vaccinated.
is an
We are
illness.
in contact with Nick Ball at the moment. If he will notify
Get
us.
vaccinated. Get those booster
Yeah.
shots.
Nick will notify us if there's
You
any,
vaccinated, Steve?
No,
further
I'm not.
information on
And you
Craig
know
Murray.
what? There's other ways. If your immune system's good, that's one thing. But you got to understand, you got to take care of the people around you, your loved ones. So you do got to wear your mask, wash your hands, do your social distancing. I mean, it sucks. You know, I'd say recommend doggy style. You know,
Yeah.
Doggy
That's why I
style.
turned Mindy around and make her cough into the wall.
Yeah, that was actually
Smart.
That was actually a skit, right? But
Yeah.
dude, Doggy was my favorite before COVID. So
I prefer the buck.
Explain that.
Legs on shoulders,
Oh,
high
okay.
heels up.
and Reverse Cowgirl is really good too.
I love Burt Crusher's reverse cowgirl.
Yeah.
He's like, "Am I doing it right? Is it what? I'm looking at your feet right now. Is this?"
That's the same bit where he said he should cough into the wall, right?
Yeah.
I got some Burt Kreischer stuff today, so let's just get into the stuff that we have here.
Much love to Craig.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. Much love to
I
Craig.
said
No,
breaking
no
that.
joke
Get well
about that.
soon. No, you came in right and on time.
Scientists
look out for
locate the
all.
likely origin of the dinosaur-killing asteroid. The impact traveled further than previously predicted for colliding with Earth. You know what? This seems like a really bad idea to open with, since we were just talking about that. I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip this story.
It's done. It's
You know,
had.
what if that impact was actually done by the aliens to clear the way for their next experiment, which would be humans?
Hmm,
Yeah.
very
Because it
good.
seems like we kind of popped out of nowhere, you know?
Did it pop
Yeah.
out of nowhere?
Yeah.
There's
I popped out
definitely
of vagina.
There's definitely a missing link.
Right.
There was
What'd you call it?
Homo erectus.
I've been called that.
There was one called Lucy too, and you know what? I think,
I think
it was.
Lucy was Homo erectus though.
You know, it's amazing. They can find just one like part of a jaw and recreate the entire like species. That's how good forensic anthropologists are. Is that what they're called? But
I
it's
do
amazing
believe
how they
that.
can find like maybe like a part of a jaw
Didn't
and part
I
of a
already
finger.
tell you
Not
on the
to ask you
podcast,
questions
never
that you
ask
don't
me a question
already
I don't
know.
know the answer to.
All right, cool. Well, so they can find so little and reconstruct the entire.
Know what you say?
Yeah,
You
but
know.
there is definitely a missing link between
That's what she said.
bipedal hominids,
Bipedal?
bipedal hominids up to
Right,
100,000
well,
years ago, and humans.
I
We don't
think
really
it's-
know how humans.
Is
Well,
it
I think it's obviously alien
two
intervention, and they genetically engineer our genes.
That's one theory.
Yeah, I mean it can't be like not put into the conversation, you know.
Yeah, I mean, nothing is.
Well, a
Nothing
lot
should
of
be
people say
considered
this
ridiculous.
didn't happen by accident. Hey, you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, and it seems like they've got a
Of
lot
course,
of
my
drone.
mom will tell you different.
It seems they've been monitoring us for a lot of time, like the Tic Tac and the other gimbal. It's like
Tic Tac.
I
or
think they've been
TikTok?
paying attention to us. I don't think these things are manned, but I think they're definitely from another planetary system.
They could be drones.
Yeah,
I mean, they could be. You know,
it's drones.
I
alien
think they're
drones.
more likely drones.
yeah. I mean,
Because just like if we would send something into deep space and to explore, it's going to be self-replicating.
Voyager. We've already done that,
Yeah.
and it's past our solar system
send
now.
stuff out, scout it out, find out what's out there. I mean, they did it.
We
in
all
Star
see
Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes
Yeah,
Back.
yeah, they for sure did it in Star Wars. But I mean, I think, what would you say? Like, you know what? I bet there's fan theory about this, but how more advanced was the Star Wars in their timeline as far as technology than we are right now?
Well, let's just say that Star Wars, the movie, that whole timeline happened long
time
ago.
Right.
So you have to answer that in two ways. They were,
But
in
that
the
doesn't mean
past-
that they weren't at more advanced
right.
technology.
I was gonna get
Right.
that. They were in the past, but technologically wise,
Right.
they were advanced because they had interstellar travel.
Yeah.
Well, and it's been proposed that, like Austin said, that we have had life on this planet before that was past our level even, and
Well,
boom,
MJ
wiped out and restarted.
Extinction level events.
If MJ's talking
Could
about
happen.
the reset button.
Right. Well, okay. So
Yeah.
it's theorized that there could be as many as 5 to 6 level extinction level events on this planet. So
Right.
we could have gotten advanced, we could have gotten blown up, we could have advanced, gotten blown up. But also in just the cosmic theory of time in this universe, the Earth is in a, our solar system is in a relatively young phase where other civilizations in a different area of the universe could have advanced hundreds of thousands of millions of years before us. So, yeah, we could be like an infant. We
Right.
could be,
Oh, without a doubt we are. You know what I'm saying?
That's a perfect segue for your baby.
For my baby.
that's just my baby dog.
That's up my baby dog. That's up my baby dog. That's up my baby
But
dog.
you do a spot on baby.
That baby.
There you go. You gotta be more on top of this. I can't.
Right. Steve can't set it up and knock it down. He's gotta do.
You know what? But honestly, I can do it a lot better than that. But I've had a sore throat.
I bet all them dicks.
It's all those
Oh,
dicks.
hey, just kidding.
Mm-mm. Look at all them dicks.
Michelle Parker is watching again. Roy Rambo.
Double
Look
R.
at Rambo.
Cloning is a lot more
Michelle
common
Parker.
amongst famous wealthy people having their pets cloned. Michelle. And then Christopher Kimmons says hello Dawn, but I don't know which Dawn he's talking about. I don't know.
Is it Delta Dawn?
It could be. It could be.
What's that flower she has on?
Could it be a faded rose from days gone by?
It
I don't
could.
know. I'm just saying.
It could. It
I would
could.
guess a lily.
All right, so let's file this under public service announcement. This
Yes,
is
sir.
short staffing affects Twin Cities Avanti's locations. And
What?
this is just a minute and 18-second video I'm going to play for the Moon Clovers, just to let them know that we do love them and we are worried about.
Staffing
Local
troubles
shit.
are forcing two Avanti's locations to take extreme measures. The local restaurant chain is closing the dining rooms inside both of their locations in Bloomington Normal indefinitely. It started today. Curbside, delivery, and catering, though, are still available. Also, those locations will be closed completely on Sundays. Another sign of COVID's resurgence, one of our live
So
venues
is that the
requiring
Delta
vaccination or
variant
negative
affected
test.
our community?
Well, it definitely is, and I
'Cause
think it's
they were open, right?
yeah, and I think it's bad because college is coming in right now. You know, think of
Yeah,
their
back to
their
school.
in-store
It's
seating.
back to school time.
You know what?
And that's huge for Avanti's restaurant, especially on Main and Normal.
Dude, you know what?
It's always a mess when the students come back, right?
Growing up in Bloomington Normal, it's like going to Avanti's after a football game, after a celebration, is a rite of passage. It is like so much a part of our culture. What's the town sandwich? It's probably a fucking gondola, right?
In high school, I think I survived off bread and sauce.
I remember going to Avanti's after Inner City. I think you were with me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I loved it. Isn't that? Wouldn't you say it's part of our local culture?
Is that when we kicked the shit out of Sonny Garcia?
No, I've never kicked the shit out of Sonny.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I love that.
But
dude.
it would have been fun.
It would have been fun though.
No.
I just wanted to say Sonny Garcia. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Name dropping.
Dude, how about last week? I didn't mention it. Well, I think I did mention it, but I wanted to talk about it. Matthew Moffett wants to get together with us and talk about
You
his
mean
campaign for
potential
mayor.
mayor?
I think he's taking it serious, and we need to figure out, what his platform's going to be, how we can back him.
Well,
and-
we don't need to figure that out. He does.
Okay, but
I definitely support
well,
him.
I'm just saying if he needs like 10,000 signatures or something, that's where we would back him up and
I
promote
can
him.
forge at least 11.
I'm promoting the man. You know what? I don't know any of his politics whatsoever. I just promote the man. You
Well, you can do that. I work 70 hours a week, so I'm not going to. But
know?
you can do that if you want.
Okay.
All right, so check this out. We played Trevor Moore on this podcast numerous
Yeah.
times, and
I'm gonna turn the lights off for this one.
yeah, let's turn the lights off because this is a tragedy, and I still don't know what happened. All that I can find out on the internet, and I've done some research, is that his death was the result of an accident. So let me just go ahead and read this. This is from CNN. Comedian Trevor Moore, co-founder of the sketch comedy troupe The Whitest Kids You Know, has been killed in an accident at age 41. Moore's manager confirmed his Friday night death in a statement. She did not release specifics of the tragic accident that took his life. The comic, actor, and producer co-founded The Whitest Kids You Know, a Brooklyn-based comedy troupe in 2000. The group, featured in 5 seasons of a TV show with the same name, was first aired on Fuse, then IFC, which I think is Independent Film Channel or something like that.
I thought it was I Fuck Chickens.
That could be. He was our best friend, and we speak for all of us in saying that the loss of Trevor is unimaginable, wrote the group's co-founders Zach Kreger and Sam Brown in a statement. Our hope is that friends, fellow artists, and fans that loved him will not focus on his death, but will remember the countless moments of laughter he gave them. So,
Dude, you know what? In memory to him, I'm gonna say, and this will make sense after you watch this, but go fuck yourself, Trevor Noah. Is it Nolan?
Trevor Noah is a different guy.
Oh, well, go. What's this guy's Trevor?
Trevor Moore.
Trevor Moore.
I might
Fuck
have even said
yourself,
Trevor Noah because
Moore.
I
I think you were. I think you did.
I've
It's the big
said
deal.
that before, so if that's not me, I apologize.
But
So-
you know one
Go
thing?
fuck yourself, Trevor Moore.
We can say fuck yourself, Trevor Noah, though, too, because that dude drives me crazy.
I don't know. He's all right. He's funny a
He
lot.
drives,
He's
he's
kinda
funny,
self-righteous.
but he's drives me crazy, so fuck you, Trevor.
You gotta be confident in a situation like that.
All right, so this is Comedy Central's content, so we have to keep the volume low, and we also have to
Talk a lot.
But Moon Clubbers, this is one of the. It's really a perfect song, comedy wise and lyrical wise, and it's fun to watch. It's called The Ballad of Billy John.
Apparently a true story.
And it's, well, the comments that they use in this were actually comments that were posted online, so it's, that part of it's true. And this is from Trevor Moore's High in Church, and I think it's brilliant. Here we go. Rest in peace, Trevor Moore, not Trevor Noah.
And our condolences to your family. He's a brilliant comedian.
Brilliant comedian,
Who will be
Comedian.
lost.
musical, and sketch comedy troupe.
He was. I hope we don't get yelled.
Mindy Sue is watching. What's up, Mindy Sue?
I thought that was the incomparable Mindy Sue.
The incomparable Mindy Sue. That is her
Already
full given name.
You know what? It's just a simple fact that everybody's got a camera they carry around with them, and they can easily publish it to the internet. Grandpa, he's gonna play his heart out.
Well, I really want to know what happened to this guy,
Right?
because I think he had a lot more to offer.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely did. 41, that's young, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do my best work until after 50.
And we're still waiting on him.
Right. My point exactly.
Dude, when I turned 42, I was like, what the fuck were you thinking at 41? Can you, I'm sorry, dude, I totally did that. Can you rewind it?
Repeat that for the next 10 years.
I tell you what, I was on top of my game back then, man. I'm kind of falling. LOL. And these are real comments.
Right. You know, and he had a lot of views.
Oh, he definitely had a lot of it. But I tell you what, I enjoyed all of our comments, so keep them coming in.
You know, obviously the video is a reenactment, but apparently it's a true story. I mean, how many people have posted stuff on the internet and people just fucking blast you to death, you know?
Never read the comments.
That'll be the comments.
You know what? There's some lady that did a 300-word review on Olive Garden that's like world famous now. Like Anthony Bourdain like fucking got in contact with her and shit. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know the lady's name, but I do know the story.
Right.
I do know the story.
I just wanted to keep talking over this so you
Oh,
don't
you
forget.
got to.
I think we're alright. I think so, yeah.
I mean, I think I'm good.
I think this would be considered fair use, right?
Right.
I hope so.
Especially because I'm like interrupting all the good parts. But maybe people can still hear it.
But Comedy Central is really protected.
Right.
So.
Well, and they can look it up. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's
We
what
gave
I was
a
trying to
shout
get
out
people to
the
do.
guy.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking genius, dude.
Was. And here's the thing we have to think about. Tomorrow's not guaranteed to any of us.
Right.
Like 2 weeks ago, I actually wanted to play this last week. This actually happened like more than a week ago, but obviously I wasn't here last week. but
Obvious. One of the best
tomorrow
shows
is not
ever.
guaranteed.
Right, right.
Like, this, I don't think, probably 2 weeks ago, this guy was just living his life thinking everything was going to go on for, I don't know,
Dude,
50
it's like,
more years?
You know, it's like your next breath can be expected to linger no longer
Watch,
than the
this
sunlight.
this is where he actually turns bad too. Watch,
Yeah.
this is the best part.
Oh shit.
And then he started trolling and stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
The first words he was hurt with.
Yeah.
Eat a bag of shit, cunt face.
It's like really, it's a complete circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Life is a complete circle.
Life feeds on life, feeds on life, feeds on life.
It's a callback at the end.
Yeah. Dude, you know what they say? The bullies were the bullies. You know?
Yeah, well, I think that's what cancel culture is. It's
Yeah.
the bully becoming the bullies.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a movie that the Coen brothers wrote. It was called Lady Killers, and this old lady says there's two types of people. There's those who have the power, and those that are gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like a, what would you call that? An ebb and flow, like it's stasis.
Yeah, it's the yin and yang.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So rest in peace, Trevor Moore. I'm pretty sure I did say Trevor Noah because I've
Yeah.
made that mistake. I've done it over and over again.
We
so.
apologize
I mean,
to your family. Our
Philosophically,
condolences.
when you look at that, it's like, hey, it's like don't point fingers at anyone, you know, because all of us are guilty.
Yeah. And go ahead and feel free to talk shit on the internet. I mean, that's what it's
Right.
for.
It feels
And
good.
if you're offended by it, don't read the comments. Just don't read the comments. I don't read the comments. I don't read the comments on Moon Club Podcast. I don't
Yeah.
read the comments on YouTube. We just talked about. Although maybe I should because you said your boy was like commenting on YouTube. but-
Yeah, man, we got a lot of comments.
Dude,
man. All the lunatics love it.
I joined this neighborhood society in fucking
I can't read the
Michigan.
Chinese, but
I joined this neighborhood society in Michigan. I've joined a lot in different towns, but it's like I troll as this lady named Evelyn Wood, and I was telling the people that if they see my son driving around in his new Tesla, that they should wave at him, and he's a really big deal, that he's very successful. And people are like, "Why are you posting this?"
Christopher Kimmon says we should watch the racist song on Key and Peele.
Key and Peele. Dude, they've got some really good stuff.
oh, I'm sure they do.
You ever see the one with about the
My favorite is a teacher that mispronounces everybody's names.
yeah, that's not as funny as
Hey, Aaron,
the kid that comes out with the baseball hat.
D Nice.
Remember, one of them comes out with a baseball hat, and the next one comes out with a tag on it, and the next one comes out with it's still wrapped up in packaging, and the next guy comes out with a fucking girl in a sweatshop on his head, fucking making the hat.
My favorite Key and Peele joke wasn't by Key and Peele at all. It was by Dave Chappelle. He said, I've had to watch Key and Peele do my show for the last 10 years.
Ooh, burn.
Boom, boom.
Hey, but you know what? When he stopped, they picked up the ball and ran with it. So,
Racist
Yeah.
Zombies is pretty funny.
Michelle Mills says, did I walk into a conspiracy theory support group?
What's
Perhaps.
going on, Michelle Mills?
What's up, Michelle?
Shout out. We're glad to hear from you. It's been a while. Glad to know you're doing well.
All right, then she goes on to say, if y'all believe people are just out there cloning their pets, y'all are crazy. I'm out of here. Were we talking about cloning pets?
I mean, we can clone our pets, right? I think it costs like $50,000. But you know, it'll probably cost like a couple hundred in like 10 years from now.
She's
I
out.
think you know how they have a.
And then you'll be able to do it yourself.
You know
I'm
how
a clone,
you can go to Lowe's and you can like put $1 in and you can have a key made. Like I think that's what cloning pets will be like in 100 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple science by then, right?
Yeah. You just go to Lowe's and you stick some DNA in there and you put a couple dollars in and be like, there's my
Right.
dog. There's my
I
dog.
think
right
it'll
there."
be like PetSmart.
You know, the first time we went to the moon, I heard that we had as much data as we stored in our wallpapers on our phone, which is probably like, it'd be megabytes, right? That's how it would be back then? Or
Our
would it
phone
be?
has more technology.
I think what you're trying to say is there's more computing power in the cell phones in our pocket than we had when we went to the moon.
And
Right.
it was rooms
Oh,
and
without
rooms
a
of computers
doubt.
at that time.
Without a doubt, yes. That's when all the big computers would take up an entire room.
Yeah.
And the phones that, of course, everybody
They would
knows
take
this.
up a floor in a major corporation, like
Right.
a Fortune 500 corporation. Like
And
the
this phone-
mainframe would take up a whole floor.
Right. And
That
this
was
phone
air
that-
conditioned.
And this phone that was given to me just for signing up for a data system is 1,000 times smaller, 1,000 times more powerful than those things that would take up entire like two stories. So that's a billion-fold increase in size and performance. Yeah. Of course, that's just an echo. We've said that several times.
Speaking of, the new Google Pixel 5 is getting ready to drop at $449. How can Google do it?
I don't know, but I might have to buy one because this phone here is a piece of shit.
All right, so this is what-
iPhones at $1,200.
This is what Christopher Kimmons wanted to hear, and it's called, "Is This Country Song Racist?" And we'll have to keep it low because, again, Comedy Central protects their content, and for good reason, because it is their content. But I believe if we keep it low, we should be all right.
Right? And
They're
we just
worse
talk
than
over it.
Metallica with Napster.
Hey, that's one thing I'm good at is talking over shit, right?
Yes, he
Lars
was.
Ulrich was all over that shit.
Yes, he was.
Are you talking about how Lars killed Napster?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
Mindy Sue says Barbara Streisand has several cloned dogs. Yes, she does.
Of course.
And that's why Barbara Streisand is a horrible human being.
No, come on, dude.
No, the movie Yentl is the reason
Dude,
why
you
I
know
love
you would
it.
have cloned Blue if you could have. It's hard to let go. And you know what? If you've got the money, if you've got an extra $50,000 to
Yeah,
hold
but-
on to your animal,
But
An
Barbara,
exact
Barbara
copy.
Streisand tells everybody else to live their life one way and then she lives her life the other. That's why she's a hypocrite. I'm not a fan, but whatever. I
dude,
don't.
she's a fucking hell of an actor and a singer, though.
Is she?
Oh, and
I
she's
think
fucking.
that's human.
Dude, she's probably got more Grammys and fucking Academy Awards. And,
Pretty racist song.
remember, she was in Yentl with fucking what's his name? That heartthrob. That was in another $40. Nick Nolte.
Keeping the redheaded.
Dude, at one time I guess he was handsome.
on the wrong side of the
Never heard that?
Homies. Oh, but there's all kinds of homies. There's white homies, Asian homies.
There's all kinds of homies.
Homies are black. No,
No, I beg to differ. I got homies.
You get the 20.
You have homies? White homies?
Yeah, homies don't have to be black.
I agree.
That's just what country
I think that's perpetuating the stereotype.
Yeah. Morgan Waller could be a homie, even though he uses the N-word a lot more than he should. Like if he uses it all, it's more than he should, right?
I think a lot of it matters on what kind of parenting you grew up with, because you definitely take on your parents' thinking. But these guys look obviously both old enough to have figured out what the right thing is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can be taught something wrong all your life, but eventually you're gonna realize, like, wow, what the fuck was I thinking?
All right. I think that
What is racist about it?
I'm gonna stop this because we're only like halfway through, and I think you really have to watch this to get the full gist of it. But
Yeah.
Christopher
Thank you,
Kimmons, Christopher Kimmons, we tried. Fuck you, Chris.
Fuck you, Chris.
You should do the Key and Peele new shoes one. It's like you
No,
don't
I-
even have to hear it.
I
You
think
can
we
just watch
should.
it.
I think we should quit with.
Okay, should I turn the lights back on?
No, because we're gonna do the best cry ever.
Oh.
I think we should just roll right into that.
You know what? If anybody has any ginger at the house, I would say like take a sliver of it because we're gonna change the palette a little bit. We're stopping with the comedy, and I think we're getting into some real heartfelt
We're gonna
shit.
turn this down a little bit.
Right.
Turn the lights down. Don't
So is
go
this for,
changing.
Couples and backwards.
Because-
stages
Try to please me.
I
Never let you down before. All right, here we go.
Dude,
Best
that's-
cry ever.
dude, you know what? That's one of my favorite Billy Joel songs.
That 'cause I know somewhere deep down in my heart I still love you.
Cue the best cry ever.
That is that.
No, side note, this is the guy that actually played Chewbacca on the Star Wars movies.
All right, so just a note to the Moon Clubbers out there: you might not think that's funny, but just YouTube best cry ever and watch it like 30 times.
Well, dude, you know what? That guy took his Chewbacca character like serious.
Yeah,
Let's watch
like,
it again.
he
Let's watch
took
it
that-
again.
Oh, okay. Gotta find it.
Shot to the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name. Best cry ever, brother.
Best cry ever.
I think the whole Chewbacca thing will ring true.
All right, let's give this one more chance.
Deep down in my 'cause I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I
What is this?
still love you.
Yeah.
It's gotta be like a son and father, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Dude, you want some of that Chewbacca money?
It's like,
He's a rapper.
okay, if I had to guess, like, Dad has really fucked up a lot, right?
Yeah,
And then,
obviously,
like,
yeah. I mean, I joke about it, but
Put it into
they
context.
get them back together, and then Son's like, hey, you know what?
you know what? It's like the problem. Maybe
Son's
it was-
laying it down. He's like throwing his heart out there, right?
right.
And Maury
he was
comes
never
out.
there.
Somewhere
And says,
deep
and
down
you are
in my
not the
heart,
father.
I think it's beautiful. Obviously, the guy was never there for him.
I still love you.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
It is emotional.
I mean, I joke
Like
just
it's-
so I don't start bawling. You know
We're
what I'm
we're
saying?
clowning a little bit,
Yeah.
but it is like it is kind of a beautiful thing too.
I think it's the most genuine cry I've ever heard. It just
I
happens.
mean, if that guy's faking, then
He deserves an Academy Award
yeah,
without a doubt.
absolutely.
But it fucking rips the heart out of me every time I see it, so I gotta joke about it.
All right, so it's 8:33, and we fucked around for a long time, but I want to get into some serious shit right now because
Okay.
some shit went down this weekend, and it appears that the Bears might actually have a fucking quarterback.
Holy
Shit.
cow.
Steve, have you seen any of this?
Yeah, I've seen the whole game.
Right now, currently, Andy Dalton is the #1 starter. It might change. I'm not pushing for Justin Fields to start week 1 because I think we've got to make sure this kid's ready. And I don't pretend to know if he's ready or not, but this kid has skills. And
Well, you know what I said before is preseason glory does not mean a damn thing unless you can produce in the clutch.
all right, Austin's on record. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Justin
A
Fields.
lot of weight lift, a very strong player at the guard spot. Fields using the legs once more. Look how
Look how
fast
quick
he
he's
is.
out of the pocket.
First down. He can accelerate fast. See this?
He's wearing that number 1 too, isn't he?
Right now,
Yeah.
Fields
Oh, yeah.
snapping. There's the boot again. Redmond is
That means #1 athlete on the field.
Fields has Jesse James. Back goes in. Fields with a touchdown, and the Bears take the lead. Nice play, a little chilly roll. So
Little
they gotta
slide,
respect the
Jesse
run. Throwback
James.
You know what?
to Jesse James.
Something I
Hold
don't
on,
know.
we got one more. We got one more.
But we need to talk over this because they're
Goes the
protective
ball.
over their fucking
They buy
media
it.
too.
Look at all the defenders.
Oh,
going with
am I
the
right?
running.
No.
Jesse James sneaks
Dude,
out.
you see the NFL doesn't copyright their shit.
No, they want people to watch it.
They go after people like
Play
gangbusters.
action. Best thing
Well,
for
that's
the
if we were
quarterback
charging
early.
people to watch it.
Bears
Yeah,
in
dude,
the-
they're,
Fortunately, all you lunatics subscribe.
dude, they're
for free.
fucking worse than Monsanto's.
All right, so here's the thing, though, is it kind of sucks as a Bears fan because as a Bears fan, you realize that once you invest yourself in the team and you like start believing that the team can win, that's when they break your heart. And I'm a sucker because from what I saw in Justin Fields, and like you said, it's a fucking preseason game. It doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't.
Right.
But
This guy's really good at scrimmaging.
as a Bears fan, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think this kid has what we need, and we
Yeah.
haven't had a fucking real quarterback in what 100 years.
Since Jim McMahon,
I mean, Jim McMahon was a decent quarterback.
he got the job done.
He got the job done for sure. He
You know
did.
what? You know what I bet they say when they're sending them into the fucking what do they call it, the game or the show? It's like, let's see how they can perform in front of a crowd. You know, because I think that would change everything. And if you've got a person that's mentally not ready for that, I would have sent kudos out to that. What's her
Like
name?
kudos the
The
bars.
the athletic girl that she got the tipsies or something.
Twisties,
Yeah, the twisties, and she.
Simone Biles.
Yeah, you know what? I think
You're
she's
talking
a-
about her again?
Well, you know what? I
Are
think
you
what
gonna
she
bring
did
her
was.
up in every podcast?
I think what she did was very brave.
That was weeks ago.
Yeah. Anyway, I think what she did was very brave, and I sent this.
I have a theory. Simone Biles is a clone. That's why her name is Sim One. Look at it. It's Sim One. She's a simulation.
Right.
There's no way she should be able to do the things that she does. And
That's why they had to shut her down.
That's
That's
why they had to
why
shut her
the
down.
Matrix.
Remember?
That's
It's
what I
like
had
I
to
said, she was a driving force behind cloning last week.
the Twisties is not real. It's something that happens in the Matrix.
No, it's because she's been on medication for 9 years, and they took her off of it because it wasn't allowed in Japan.
Are you drinking her Kool-Aid?
No, this
Sorry,
is actually what
Sloan.
happened. Sloan told me, and dude,
Who did?
or in China, her medication that she'd been taking for 9 years was not allowed to her, and yes, she does have some
Well, in
well,
China.
it's-
anxiety issues.
It's
and-
on the banned substances list for the Olympics. It wasn't just China.
She should have got the suppository version.
Well, you know what? I hope you guys don't look like fools because I think she did the right thing. She was brave.
She
I'm
did
not.
that.
I'm not taking a stance either way. I don't know.
I
would
wouldn't
say
take
I
a
don't know.
stance against Simone Biles. I would
I
consider her a hero
chose
for
not
taking
to
her
care.
mental health as the priority of her life at that moment. Dude, because you can tell when she landed that last jump and she looks around, she knew. She knew. She's like, I'm done. I'm done. Right then, she walked off and never came back.
What last jump?
I don't know. You have to watch it, find it.
Well, okay. So switching gears, this kid is upset about the Cubs. I think they've lost like 15 games in a row now.
But this kid be speaking the truth.
Didn't
Watch
you
it
play
like
this
3
last
times.
week?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Bryant,
Are you gonna keep playing this?
Rizzo, and Baez.
What's he talking about?
Basically our whole team. The Cubs suck now. We lost Chris Bryant, Rizzo, and
Cardinals
Baez.
are doing really well,
Basically
don't
our
they?
whole
They
team.
won 6 in a row. Hold on.
The Cubs suck now.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what he's
We
saying.
lost Chris
I
Bryant,
think you said the Cardinals suck
Rizzo,
now.
and Baez. Basically our whole team.
One more time.
The Cubs suck now. We lost Chris Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez. Basically our whole team.
Oh, I hear it one more
The
time.
Cubs
The
suck
Cubs
now.
suck now.
We lost Chris Bryant,
We lost Chris Bryant
Rizzo,
Rizzo,
and Baez.
and Baez.
Basically our whole
I
team.
heard-
Basically,
I
our
heard
whole
that
team.
That,
I
that's
can't
enough.
translate.
Any more would be gloating.
I heard
think.
that they're gonna sign them all again at the end of the year.
Maybe.
That's what I heard. That they're gonna
Ooh.
sign Rizzo and Bryant as the.
My dog has stinky farts.
Yeah,
You getting some of that?
that's how you know you're feeding them right.
Are you getting some of that?
Oh yeah, it's burning my
I'm
nose hairs.
good. I'm good.
I can taste it.
I can hold my breath for
Woo.
3.5 minutes.
Cobra Kai season 4 is coming out.
My
on
mouth was
Netflix. You
open.
guys seen this?
No, ask me why I should care.
I don't care because I didn't like season 3 because I thought it was ridiculous. But season 1 and 2 I thought were pretty good.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm
I'll
just
probably
glad
watch it.
that Ralph Macchio doesn't have to wait on tables anymore.
Well, me and you were talking about that very thing. I was saying it's like the weird thing about Cobra Kai is you don't know who the good guy or the bad guy is because the first season, Ralph Macchio is kind of the fucking kind of the dickhead, and the other guy is kind of like the reluctant hero. He's trying to do the right thing.
I would actually go further to say that if you actually watch the original movie, like Ralph Macchio was kind of the asshole. Like he
Right.
tried to fight the guy on the beach, and the guy was like, "I don't want to fight you," right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. It was part of our childhood, and it was a great movie.
The fan theory is gonna say it's like he was the Darth Vader. He was the villain the entire time, and we fucking loved it. We loved him.
Maybe.
He fucking did that. You know what? His foot wasn't really fucking hurt. He was just fucking pretending like he was hurt on that leg, and he fucking did a cobra kick in his face, and he killed him.
Legends are born. Welcome back to the On Valley Karate Tournament.
His foot was fine. I wonder if they're gonna expose that kick was a fake. That would be some good
in the
shit.
whole Mortal Enemy Karate Dojo battling for the soul of Alkin.
Man can't stand. You can't fight. Man can't breathe. You can't fight.
Is he coming back?
Man can't see. You can't fight.
Extreme situations require extreme measures.
I don't know who that was supposed to be.
Is that
That's the coach.
Was that the coach? The original coach? Because, dude,
Well,
Well,
his head
they
through
already
the
brought
glass.
him back though.
but was he arrested or something? Why did he leave the series? Because he wasn't at the last part of the season.
I don't know. I didn't finish season 3 because I thought it was ridiculous.
I think he got arrested or something.
Yeah,
Well,
he
he did-
fucking shot him.
He did beat up Danny in the parking lot, right?
I don't remember, dude.
Well, and then he put his hands through the glass, right?
Something like that. So Steve,
Yeah.
we talked about this. You're into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, definitely.
There's I guess season 1 of What If came out last week. Did you watch that? Are you into that at all?
I have
Like,
not seen that yet.
so here's how it works: is because I guess since Loki came out, and Marvel kind of introduced all these like alternate timelines that could have happened. So like this What If series is like gonna explore like what would have happened on different timelines.
Yeah.
So it really is like, if you go back and read the original Marvel comics, which I never did, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna try to pretend like I know how it happens, but Marvel Comics had all these different timelines, and like the reason why people like DC more is because it was one timeline, but Marvel has stuck with this alternate universe thing so much, and now they're doing it in movie form that I think they're just taking over. Like people just seem to like be liking it so much more. Like Stan Lee, and apparently like, because I've watched some like fan theory shit about this, like Stan Lee, and there's like, I think there's like 3 other guys that like have written most of these comics, and they like go off timelines in so many scripts, so many different ways, and it gets confusing, and people were like, this doesn't make any sense, we're not going to follow Marvel, but they stuck with it, and now like it seems like everybody's like coming back to like, oh, this is like the way.
Yeah, it's like,
comic book movies are becoming what comic books were.
right. It's like, can you imagine it being 3D and you can choose your timeline? It's like, it's going to become interactive. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
'Cause there's
if
many
you
different
like that,
timelines.
you should definitely watch Loki, because that's exactly what happened.
That's cool. That's
Well,
cool.
and DC has their version as well. It's Legends. Have you seen that?
Titans?
DC's Legends? No, Legends.
I don't know Legends. I know
It was,
Titans.
it's on CW, and again, it's about you know,
Oh,
it's
father,
kind
son,
of
is
like
that
the
it?
Loki type thing. No,
No?
no, it's where there's a protector of the timeline. He comes back and
Oh, see, I don't know about that.
he picks up some. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty interesting. And DC has always, you know, went with different universes as well. You got to understand that Superman was an alien.
Yeah.
All right, so back in the 40s, here's an alien that's come to Earth.
You look German to me.
You know, did he really?
Yeah, you look like my father.
He looked American.
Yeah. Well, no, American German, like Dad.
Christopher Reeves?
Yeah, you look like Dad.
He's American as fuck.
Well, George Reeves.
So was our
would've been
father,
the
but
first
he
Superman.
still had German blood.
George Reeves, Christopher Reeves' father.
Christopher Reeves.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
he
about that.
was the first Superman back in the 40s.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Why don't you ask Echo? This could be all she
Strangely
talks
You know
about.
what? The difference between I'll split two.
Echo.
Christopher Walken, Christopher Reeves.
What was the original? Echo.
Yeah.
What was the original Superman's name?
The original version of Superman was released in 1978.
No.
Wrong. Wrong.
Anyway,
Echo.
let's
By
watch.
the way, when you see the yellow light ring on your device, it means you have a notification or message. Just say, read my notifications.
Echo.
Lick my taint.
Echo. Don't ever send me a notification. Ever.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Echo. When I tell you to shut up, I want you to stop talking.
Echo. When I say what, you shut up. Echo. What? Shut up. What?
You know what? It's like, I'm gonna, when I
All
tell
right.
you to shut
You're
up, I
having
want you to,
trouble creating your routine.
You're having trouble
Try
shutting
setting
the
it
fuck
up
up.
in the Alexa
Echo, shut
to
up.
see what's possible.
All right. This is the What If season 1, episode 1 trailer. I think it looks like something I might want to watch. Maybe. If I got into animation.
I'd be out of a job with peace.
Oh, so
What?
this is Iron Man.
Yeah, so this is Iron Man, but why does that look like Kevin Dillon instead of Tony Stark? Instead of what's Tony Stark's name? Robert Downey Jr. Does it look like Kevin Dillon more?
yeah, you know what it does, and you know what else I'm feeling here is I'm feeling the Kill Bill, the animation from Kill Bill. I wonder if it's the same animation person. You remember the animation in that?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, this is what it's reminding me of.
Oren Ishii.
Yeah. Doesn't it feel like the same?
Now, I think who picked that up was the king that took over Wakanda after he defeated.
I don't
Black
know
Panther.
any of the story, any of it. Yeah.
Steve, do you want to comment on who that was?
No, I just watching the trailer.
All right, all right.
That phone is telling me it's 2007 though.
Do we know each other?
So
The flip phone.
this is something that started in the Marvel universe, but now it's like a what if, like what if something else happened, right?
Right.
So let's just go and watch this. 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes long.
Reality. It's changeable.
Where you want to be? That's the question, isn't it?
Every universe is different. Each one unique.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me, I get it.
Who are you?
The name's Captain Carter. Shall I start?
I am the Watcher. I observe all that transpires here. But I do not, cannot, will not interfere. I guess I have to freestyle then.
We have you outnumbered.
A Ravager never flies solo. I said never flies solo.
Is that some kind of catchphrase?
You had me worried for a second. Journey to face the unknown and ponder the
Oh,
question.
MJ.
Welcome to Wakanda.
I kind of like what they're doing there.
Yeah. You know what? I would say no matter how creative you think you are, you could never create a universe that hasn't been reproduced over 1 billion times. And you know what? And that is your first lesson in the multiverse.
What
that
about
you just
Bubbleverse?
don't understand.
I
But
think we're all stupider for having heard what you just said.
no, I'm telling you, I don't think no matter how creative you are, it's been done. It's all been done. That's what the
Oh.
multiverse is.
The Bare Naked Ladies song.
No, I'm telling you about the multiverse and how everything, no matter how crazy it is, it's been done like 1 million times, you know?
So I said Bare Naked Ladies song. You said no. So let's go and listen to that.
Yeah, it's all been done. Yeah, that's a great song, but I think they would probably gig us on that. Because that's a very hit song.
Yeah, you're right.
It's all been done. I mean, that would probably
Did I ever
gig
tell
us.
you that's the first song Alex ever sang?
Oh, that's cool though.
We were driving down Locust Street,
97?
94th High School, and I was in the white Grand Am,
Holy shit.
and I had the Bare Naked Ladies song playing, and like, you know that song, it's all been done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kept hearing like, and I'm like, so
She
like,
was
Alex
nailing
in
it,
her
huh?
baby seat, I'm like, I started turning it down, and shit. I was like, I'm definitely hearing like, she's singing, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah.
Is that my daughter? Or is
Yeah.
that
That was my daughter. That was my daughter singing this song for the first time.
how proud did that make?
I don't think proud's the right word, but it was definitely.
Was she back there nodding her head like this?
I think she was just trying to. She was hearing it and she was repeating it.
Mimic.
Right.
Yeah, mimicking it, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But I'll never forget it.
Did you ever play fucking the Chronic with Alex and Cassie in the car?
You know I did.
Oh.
You know, like when I used to take Cassie to grade school every day, and we would jump in the car, and the first thing that would come on the radio would say like Alpine, right? Because I had the Alpine stereo in there, and like so then I would say, then I let the Alpine play, and I trained Cassie to say. It was pumping new stuff by NWA. It was Gangsta Gangsta at the top of the hit. Then I played my old stuff. It went something like this. And then I would say,
MI6.
and then I would say, Cassie, we don't sing the rest.
You know what, dude, that's a great, and I also love when she's singing in front of Kroger's when you guys are ringing the bell.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. When she gets an Academy Award or a Grammy, it's like you've got so many like old stuff of her like showing a talent from at an early age, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
And plus,
So-
she
so
can throw the
much-
fuck out of a softball too.
So
Or hit
much
it.
so that when and to talk about the softball reference is that when she told me that she wasn't going to play softball going into her junior year because she wanted to pursue theater, I was like, well, that's pretty selfish. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Who am I gonna build ramps for now?
Kidding, of course, because I'm like,
course,
yeah,
yeah.
you do what you want to do.
Of course, yeah.
Like, you don't have to play softball so that I have something to do.
Right.
Still
It'd
pretty
be
selfish.
nice.
Still pretty selfish. But yeah, dude. And then like when I went and saw her her junior play, I was like, oh yeah, this is what she's
Right. You know,
supposed to
she
do.
showed early signs of it, and I
Yeah.
remember how confident she was in front of Kroger's at like what was she like 11, and she was singing the song, and you're like, hey, it's like she's like, I know. It's like she just stays like
At
dialed
one
in.
point, she was like, and then she dropped the belt. She dropped the belt, and then
Yeah.
I was like,
But
hey,
she didn't
you got to
stop.
keep going. She's like, I know, I got to turn the page. And then she just kept going.
The dropping the bell scene, but you didn't drop the mic.
All right, so it's 6:53. I got a bunch of shit more to talk about, but I don't know. We're not gonna have time to get to it. I've got Joe Biden fucking shit up in Afghanistan.
We definitely got
People
touch
dropping
on
out
that.
of airplanes. Do we want to get into that?
I mean, we can briefly touch on that.
Yeah, let's touch on it just so this because there's so many things that that are happening right now that I think we should. It's almost like a timestamp. Like
All right,
we need to refer
so
to them.
let me just set the table because to me this isn't a partisan thing.
No.
21 years in Afghanistan, and there's enough bipartisan failure
$80
to go
billion.
around. And
We just sent $500 million back over there, and let alone all of our equipment.
we'll start out with Democrats not being happy about the way this all shit went down.
Well, you know, Trump started the shit sandwich, and then Joe Biden
Their
feeding into it.
frustration
Well,
is
Trump
with the
didn't start
way
the shit
this-
sandwich.
that
George
situation has
W.
been handled.
Yeah,
Bush
yeah,
started
okay,
the
you're
shit
right.
sandwich.
But in all honesty, yeah, it would have been George W. Bush.
My problem is with how the withdrawal is going, how it's being managed, and what's clearly a lack of planning that's prevented many of our American citizens and allies from getting out safely until this point.
Do you think he addressed those concerns?
No, he barely mentioned them, and he made an excuse that just doesn't hold any water for not evacuating our Afghan allies, which is that many of them don't want to come. Look, there's been a backlog of visas since I came to Congress, and if you just look at the pictures coming out of Kabul right now, there are thousands of Afghans clamoring at the gates of the airport to get
Say
out.
they can take
So don't tell me
5,000 a
that they
day.
don't want to come.
Are you getting
All right, so I just wanted to play that to like set the table, but
Right.
and I'm sure everybody's seen this footage by now, but
Right.
it is
Cray cray.
yeah, it's cray cray, and you know what? It makes America look like shit, and that's what bothers me the most.
Right.
The
Yeah,
US
for sure.
is in charge of the
These
airport
people
there,
want to get
but
out of
their
their country
focus is
so
on the
bad.
Yeah,
of
they're
America.
willing to cling onto the outside of an airplane.
Flights go, it's a disorder.
That's ridiculous.
Mess with little security, and the commercial flights are currently not running.
What are
we
they
know that
teaching
as
them
of
in
last
school?
night,
Oh, that'll be
US
alright.
military had flown
These people
around
would rather hang on this
500
plane than stay on the fucking ground they are on.
Damn straight.
aircraft. They're
Well,
working,
and you can't leave out that the reason why is because
Fucking Taliban.
America was there to protect them, and now we're leaving.
Right.
We're fucking packing up and we're leaving.
Yeah.
We're taking our ball and going home and leaving the rest of our shit there.
Yeah. So
Peace out.
it is a debacle.
So I'm sure we're not.
You know what they
leaving
should call their
weapons.
withdrawal is peace out.
Oh,
I'm sure we're not leaving military grade weapons and equipment.
Peace out, ninja. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We wouldn't give that over to the Taliban.
No.
That's not something America would do. America.
But dude, you know what? It is a new time.
Here are people
Follow.
Yeah.
live humans falling off of the outside of an airplane.
Is that full moon really there? Just add that. Is that? Oh.
That's a this ain't my day.
Yeah, you know what? He'll probably live though.
So this is so hard for me to watch. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, you had to actually click on a special button just to watch that.
Yeah, you had to give up your sovereignty.
You know, we were talking about it, watching another video that really affected us that we both talked about that we don't ever want to watch again. And
The beheading?
yeah, the beheading. Yeah.
Daniel Pearl.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but I will go ahead and make the statement that Joe Biden fucked up the withdrawal, but it's not all on him. It's not all on him. It does go
He
back.
is the commander-in-chief, though.
He is commander-in-chief. It goes back to, I mean, Trump did sign the executive order to withdraw the troops. Joe Biden inherited that. It goes back to George W. Bush, who actually sent us in there. We didn't really have a fucking reason to be in there except for, he tried to kill my daddy. We're going in there.
you know what? We was doing some good fucking, and you know what? Now I think we should talk about the different types of pullouts.
Well, I really think that we should talk about what it means to be an American and what the fuck are we doing in the world, because there are certain areas of the world that we just can't help. Afghanistan, top priority for sure. If you want to look, if you're in Afghanistan and you're a refugee and you want to come to America, come on. But that part of the world, I'm sorry.
Okay, it's like
we can't nation build there because it's too fucked up.
Hold on. It's like the ultimate problem is actually that the United States Department of Defense is the biggest employer in the world, and when you have a standing army as large as ours, we need conflict, and that's really what it comes down to.
I don't think that's true anymore.
What?
I don't think that's true anymore.
We'll
Like,
defund the whatever's running this giant war machine that's the number one employer of the world.
Well, I mean, we spent $80 billion over there.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we just pulled
If you've
out.
got a standing army, and you know what, that's why my theory is that the next enemy is going to be probably coming from above us. It's going to be the aliens.
Look,
and I know people think I'm crazy for saying that, but
wars won't be
mark
fought by
my
armies
words.
anymore. Wars will be fought electronically. We don't need a standing army anymore. We really don't.
And I will say this:
we need to protect our borders, and we need to like wrap up this cybersecurity thing.
But you know what? It's like you've
because
also-
China has farms, and they're like constantly hacking and constantly doing things. We don't need a standing army anymore. We just don't.
Right, but it's like, MJ, you've got the largest employer in the world fighting for their jobs and trying to keep their jobs, and that's why the next threat's going to come from
Yeah,
above us.
you're just repeating the same thing you just
Yeah,
said, not listening to what I said.
But you don't understand how powerful that machine is.
The machine is done. We don't need a machine anymore.
All right. Well, I guess let's see what happens.
Bert Kreischer's the machine.
Yeah,
I think it'll be aliens.
All right,
All right. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what. If the government tells us that they spent $80 billion, then it's probably more like $120 billion.
Oh yeah, there's no accountability for sure.
You know, and let alone how much they spend.
Have you noticed it's like we don't even talk billions anymore? It's like trillions is the next, and I wonder what's going to be after trillions. I don't even know what that.
Zillion, right?
I don't know what the next one is, but I bet we're going to hear it pretty soon.
It's quintuplet.
Real quick, MJ, can we go
Is that
to,
actually what it is? Quintuplet?
No.
Zillion?
to
No,
our
it's not. It's not
Facebook?
at all. But since Steve mentioned the machine, we're going to go out on this because it's already 7 o'clock. So we're just going to go on this. Tom, you want to say
Well,
something?
real quick,
this is beautiful.
One of the lunatics has sent in some lunar pictures, and I wanted to go ahead and show those, give a shout out, and let all the other lunatics know to send us some lunar pictures, man.
How
That's
will
what
I
we're
show
about,
those?
right?
Can I show those lunar pictures?
I think so.
How
They're
can I
right
do
on
it?
our group. There's like 3 of them,
Yeah.
and they should be real close to the bottom.
On Facebook?
Yes, sir. And that was one of the lunatics, Allie Wirt. She sent them in to me.
Allie Wirt?
Allie Wirt.
Allie Wirt.
Her relatives, or I should say her ancestors, invented the KWERTQ group. You know, the keys and stuff. So
Oh, wait, QWERTY? The
Yep.
QWERTY keyboards?
Word.
Stop it. Stop it.
Hey.
You know what? That was, I've listened to a podcast about the whole thing about the QWERTY keyboards, and
So I'm scrolling down. How far do I have to
Well,
go
it
to?
should be in our message group,
Oh.
and then it should be just right there.
But they're saying that the QWERTY keyboard is
Can you see this, Steve?
probably not the most efficient. that
There's
you
a
can have.
follow the white cap on this day, Munich 1972.
And there they are.
Is that what you want to see?
No, that was the that guy running and stuff.
Definitely crazy. I don't think it's by it. Avantis or something about Avantis there. Afghanistan, Taliban claim. I'm just scrolling back through the group. Mike Pompeo blames fall of some. I will check on them later. Is Treasy coming? I'm watching that now.
Oh, it's way down there then if the Treasy.
Chicago Bears.
Should be up there.
Alley. We should open with Phil's in the background on the screen.
There it is. Bam.
Oh, these pictures here
Yeah,
of
we
the
should
moon?
open up with those on the background of the screen next time.
Is this the images you wanted to see?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's a beautiful picture of the moon. Now, who sent this in?
Allie Work, one of the lunatics.
All right.
And like I said, I recommend all lunatics. Send us lunar pictures, man.